Today on the Platinum Patrol, I'm told we have a very special game from the RathFr Raws. Most likely, oh, he's going up against a Protoss. Will it be another Cannon Rush? I like these new skins, by the way. This one's pretty cool. We'll have to see if Raws can handle whatever's being thrown at him. He's sending an SCV around here. Looks like he's confused about where to build the depot. SCV's been a little drunk recently, apparently. Protoss builds a pylon. We'll have to see if it's another Cannon Rush, which seems to be all the RathFr Raws submits to us. Perhaps this time it'll be different. Take a look. Is it going to be... It's a gateway this time, so no Cannon Rush. How can Raws face against a standard opener from a Protoss? We'll have to see. Probe Scout coming in across the map. Raws is building a barracks. Nice. And it appears he's getting a gas. You know, these are very difficult things to commentate. I'm glad that Raws submits these replays for this fascinating thing. Like, why are your two SCVs sitting here next to the refinery waiting for it to be built? Why aren't they getting minerals? I don't know. Ask Raws. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. As Probe begins to harass an SCV, how will Raws respond? He sends an SCV over. He decides that's all he has to do. He sends a second SCV. Ooh, this Probe harass is doing some real work here. And it looks like Raws is going to go get an expansion. Once he gets enough money. The Protoss throws down his Nexus. And behind us, he's only got one gas, with one probe getting gas. Alright then. I'm not sure what you're going to make with a Cybernetics Core if you have no gas. Or maybe he'll notice. In the meantime, there's some probe harass going down here. It looks like the probe goes down. Not a big deal. It did delay this expansion for quite a bit. Maybe like 10 or 15 seconds. I guess that's not quite a bit, but he delayed it. He's got his 3 in gas now. He built a pylon before he was supply blocked. That's very high level play. And now we've got the Cybernetics Core finishing up. What will the Protoss do next? This will determine how this game goes, most likely. Chrono Boost on the Adept. Probably expecting a Reaper. He's getting a Reaper. Now, he wouldn't need this Chrono Boost if his build was tight, but I think he was slow on the Cybernetics Core. I don't really remember, though. I could be wrong. But usually the Adept is out when this thing gets here. Unless the Reaper is proxied. Looks like Raw... Ooh, he canceled an attack there. If he didn't cancel that Adept attack, he might have gotten this Reaper. Good for Raws. Second base up now from the Protoss. No tech structures coming in. Let's take a look at what Raws is doing. He's down here. He's building on the low ground, getting a factory, a supply depot. Looks like he's going to make a starport. Is this the legendary Raws 211? Oh no, he does only a 111. What is he going to do? This Reaper is still hanging out. Protoss looks like he's building a pylon. Probably going to build a forward shield battery here to use the new ability on if he gets all in. Down to 2 probes on this gas geyser. I mean, he's had 1, then 3, then 2. He's got all the different numbers except 0. Well, I guess he had 0 when it was first built. Looks like we have a La Cucaracha here. Researching Warp Gate. It's a pretty normal thing. This guy's building up some energy on his Nexus, or Nexi. Should probably use that. And the tech is going to be a Stargate and a Twilight Council. Alright. Okay, and then there's the cancel on the Twilight Council. I was going to say, you don't really need both of those structures right away. What are you going to make? You got enough money for anything. You got an extra 400 minerals to spend on gateways. You should probably be doing too. But don't bother doing that. And also don't keep making probes. How are you going to build probes? Raws scans the base. He sees the Stargate. What happens? This one Stalker is fighting 3 Hellions and an SCV right now. Reaper comes back. The one Stalker was defended pretty easily. And the Adept also. Both went down. Here come the gateways and the shield battery as expected. And we have an Oracle followed by a Phoenix. Phoenix is obviously pretty good versus lifting tanks. And he still has the wrong number of workers on his stuff here. I'm assuming he's never going to fix that. Also, he might want these gas geysers. He's had a large mineral bank earlier. Raws is sending in some Hellion harass. Looks like this is going to do something. Since there's nothing here to defend with. And well, shield battery's done now. But he can one-shot if he lines up stuff well. This Oracle's just hanging out, so Raws is going to see this when he goes in. Let's see how his attack goes. He's sending it in Banshees. This is going to be a two-pronged attack. It's not coming in yet. And it looks like there's a Phoenix flying around looking for I don't know what. The Oracle and these 4 Stalkers wall in effectively. The grenade knocks the Stalker out of the line. That's pretty nice. Can you get probes for this? Oh, they line up! And it looks like they all hang out around a shield battery and they don't die. Well, that was a 0 damage harassment there. Oh, nice. He did fix his base. Now, is the Oracle under harassment? Oh, here's the Banshee. That's a pretty quick worker pull by the Protoss. Not bad. Actually, it's probably as fast as you could have done. The harassment is still denying the mining, though, and he leaves. The Chrono Boost on the Blink. Not too surprising. These probes could at least be mining at this pace instead of hanging out. Looks like these Stalkers drive away the Banshee. Is Cloak coming? It sure is. How will he respond to the Cloak? And there's a second Banshee. 3rd Command Center. He's got some Widow Mines for defense, 2 Marines, and probably a tank. No, 2 more Widow Mines. He's going to need a tank eventually, probably, to defend with. These 2 Hellions are probably going to come in here and do some damage, and then fly in with the Banshee simultaneously. Behind this, Raws is building up his factory count. If he wants to make more of those units, probably going to drop some mules soon or go for a scan. The Protoss player is still chrono boosting, very nice, although this Nexus isn't chrono boosting. I guess with the new ability he wants to keep a little bit of energy. This 3rd Nexus, Raws sees to go down. The Banshee can do a lot of DPS to this. Maybe help cancel it, but I don't think he has enough damage. Looks like he's running away. The Banshee seems to be forgotten for now, and there's the Cloak. Now, just one Banshee, if there's a Revelation here, you could see it. That would probably be the best move, and there it is. So the Stalkers will take it out. Not too much damage there. This Phoenix is pretending to be an observer right now, except I can't zoom in on it because it's on the top of the map, but it does not look like an observer. Because it's not. Raws is landing his 3rd base. He's got 4 Widow Mines moving around. These 2 Hellions for more harassment. Level 1 weapons coming in. Raws is getting upgrades for his, what are they called? Cyclones, I believe? And an armory finishes up. No infantry upgrades, no engineering base here. So Raws is not expecting to need any type of infantry here. It appears that the Protoss' base is going to go up. These Stalkers are moving out with an observer. There's probably going to be some kind of blink attack. What are the armies at right now? We have an Immortal, 3 Zealots, and 9 Stalkers, along with the 2 miscellaneous air units versus 2 Hellions, 7 Widow Mines, and 2 Cyclones. Okay. Raws is going to depend on the Widow Mines here to defend his base. Well, that's a good start. This one does a ton of damage to the first 3 Stalkers and kills 1. This one's not burrowed. Phoenixes can lift the Widow Mines if he has the micro for it. Raws is moving out to defend this base. He has several more Cyclones now. And they start locking on this. Stasis Ward could be huge, but it looks like Ross's army's going to kite away and it won't do anything. There's no charge on these Zealots yet, so the Cyclones can still pick them off. The other Widow Mine shot hits. Oh, and there goes the Stasis. The Immortals here now. Raws could be in a little bit of trouble. These Cyclones are probably going to die as soon as this ends. Probably lift his base and pull back these more units. This is going to rely on some pretty good Widow Mine shots to finish this defense. This Widow Mine takes down another Stalker on the way across the map. These 2 coming in for a flank. The Cyclones are on the retreat. They're taking a lot of damage. 2 of them go down. Another Stalker falls. The Revelation and the Observer here now, allowing them to pick. He blinks onto the Widow Mine that hadn't shot yet. Loses another Stalker. I have to say, this is not the best attack I've seen. Raws gonna lock on. Well, he can take out the Observer, I guess. He did lose the CC though. And it was an orbital, so that's not that great. We saved the workers, but they're not getting gas. Oh, there we go. Perfectly timed, Raws. Nice. Just when I start to say it, you start doing it. How many units have these Widow Mine sniped so far? 0 and 1. So that one's got a Stalker, the other one didn't get anything. But the Protoss is fully on 3 bases now. Starting to mine, starting to get his gas runs through when they're warping in a whole bunch of Zealots. Does he have charge though? He does. So these are charged Zealots, but they have with +1 weapons. So Raws is gonna have to be careful. There's a 4th base being taken out. The La Cucaracha has more workers. He's got 30 more supply, and Raws is going for some harassment with his aliens. He sees the army and retreats. He focuses down a pylon. That pylon dies. Very impressive. Smoldering wreckage of his harassment. Blowing a hole in the ground. Does anyone know how long these holes stay in the ground? I guess we find out. The ground has been repaired. Now there's more Widow Mines scattered around the map. Probably they'll take out a stalker or two. Even if they just kill one stalker walking across the map, they've paid for themselves. So we have Mass Hellion now. This is an interesting build. 3 Templar coming in. Does he have Storm? He does not. So he's probably for Archons. Yeah, he's morphing in Archon. Merging in Archon. No Storm in sight. He's got gateways. Figures Raws is... Oh, let's see if this Widow Mine does any damage here. The first Zealot tanks a hit, goes down, and the whole army slows down for a minute and then keeps going. This is a big Protoss army. Raws is down by 32 army supply. He's going to need a good engagement here. There's the lock-ons. He kites back. The Widow Mines burrow with Grilling Paws. Some more Zealots go down. Once the Zealots go down, this becomes much easier because you can kite the units with the Cyclones. You don't have to worry about the charge. There's some more lock-ons. The Stalkers blink on top of the Cyclones. One Cyclone goes down to several Stalkers. Cyclones do a lot of damage to Stalkers. That's what the Zealots are for, but he ran out. Warping in 8 more now as we speak, though. And this base is fortified cannons, batteries. He'll be transferring his workers soon. Oh, he already has started. Very nice. Raws is going to his 4th base. Is he going to be double planetaries, or one's going to be a planetary, one's an orbital? Nope, 2 planetaries. Does he have an engineering bay to build a missile turret yet? He does. Very nice. Now the army supplies have evened out by that exchange by Raws, which is pretty good. They're both at pretty high worker counts, and Raws is in a much better position to defend this now, especially if these 2 planetaries finish. I don't see this being broken. Widow Mine goes down, and the planetaries start opening up here. That should be enough to force the Protoss back. Raws has Cyclones coming here. The lock-ons are good. He's pulling back to the Widow Mines. He burrows them. They take out most of the Zealots, and these planetaries are doing a lot of damage. Stasis Mine goes off on the Cyclones again and again. The second one only gets 1. We'll see if he uses this opportunity to warp in and continue the attack, or if he retreats. The scan to keep the lock on, is he going to get it? He does get the Warp Prism. So that'll be the end of the attack for sure now. And now Raws is the one with the economic and army advantage. He's at 83 workers. He's got 146 supply. He's up on army. He's up on tech. He's getting his vehicle upgrades, it looks like. Getting a second armory. Wait. Why is he getting a second armory? Oh, this one's Neosteel plating. Got it. He's getting his first vehicle upgrade, Neosteel plating. Looks like vehicle armor. And he's getting a second armory. Now we have a Raven out for detection. For the DTs. This is a very calm game right now. Robotics support coming in. Bay. Whatever it's called. And we have a lot of Zealots, probably. Yeah, do they have armor yet? No, just level 3 weapons. Only 1 forge. This probe, though, look at him. He's the Sentinel. He's like trying to blend in with the top of the photon cannon. And just like hide here and get out of work. This guy doesn't want to work. Like, there's a missing worker in this geyser. He's like, nah, I'm not here. I'm in disguise. Now, Raws moving in with a large number of Cyclones. He hasn't repaired them yet. That'd probably be a good idea if he could get a couple of repairs in here before he moved out. He scans, sees the Stasis Ward. Very nice. Now, there are 4 cannons here. And there's a new super battery. Let's see if he uses it. Cyclones are burning through the cannons. It appears the batteries are out of energy. The first one, at least. The Zealots start moving in. These Widow Mines take out all the Zealots, though. And now there's just Immortals and Archons versus these Cyclones. The Raws should fight back a little more. There we go. This Archon goes down. This Immortal's going to go down. This is going to be very frustrating for his opponent. This Archon is going to go down too. Oh, the Oracle even dies. Raws comes back. I'm not sure this is the best idea. I think we should leave after that. It's going to be a blink. All the stuff's going to die. Well, maybe not all of it, but enough. Now we have more factories coming in. More planetaries. More bases. 2 more planetaries over here. To complete this, we just need the missile turrets. This Oracle's getting ready. I feel like some harassment with the beam would do more damage than these stasises, especially because Raws hasn't put his missile turrets all over yet. Like, you can hit here pretty safely. Here there's Cyclones, but you can come in at some of these bases and use your Oracle. This mainly the top one. He tags it again. It's weird. I'm not sure what you want to see from the Planetary and the Assimilator. Stalkers are here. There's no Immortals now. He blinks on top of the units. The Widow Mines run in and burrow. This is gonna be, all these Stalkers are going to get hit. About half of them die. Most of them take a lot of damage. The Immortals are here. The Hallucinating Colossi. Alright, let's be real here, dude. There's no way Raws thinks those are real. He saw you hallucinate them. So he scanned, and now they're not doing anything. This Planetary is getting repaired. Immortals do a lot of damage, but repair is close. And Neo Steel Armor making the difference here. These Widow Mines are about to reset. And it looks like that's going to be it from this attack. Our Protoss, La Cucaracha, down to 91 supply. But like the cockroach he's named after, he's not giving up. I don't know why he's not giving up. He's down 70 army supply right now. But Raws is just going to hang out in his base. Raws, go kill him. Kill him. Kill him. You've like 20 Cyclones. What do you have? 11 Cyclones and 21. Okay, well, we know why you can't kill him, because he has 21 Widow Mines and they can't have buildings. If these are 3 planetaries, I will be very annoyed. Because you could just kill your opponent by making a real army. Is there a battlecruiser transition or something? Tell me there's some kind of transition out of this Raws. You're not going to try and kill him with Widow Mine Cyclone. Because that would take a long time. Rose engagement here. The Zealot run by finds the Widow Mines. Several Cyclones actually died in the friendly fire. That was pretty bad for Raws. When I say bad, I mean good, because he's still up by 80 supply. If his opponent doesn't die here, I'm going to be confused. Widow Mines, no more Zealots. And Raws is here. This Nexus will die. Look at that damage. This thing dies so fast. Widow Mines are recharging those DTs. Raws scans the DTs. Widow Mine finishes them off. Alright, this game should be over. Right? He's up by 90 army supply. Where are you going, Raws? Why do you keep letting your opponent rebuild? Kill him. 95 supply advantage. 90 of it in army. And you run away. You realize your opponent has, like, no units, right? I mean, he has a 4,000 bank, but no units. It's kind of weird. Pretty weird. He also has, like, all of his energy on every Nexus now. We're not chronoing out. You know, if you don't have units, because you can't produce them, but you have a massive bank, chrono boosting out the production structures gets you your units faster. Just saying, guy. If you're watching this video, which I'm 100% sure you will never watch, just saying that would help. These Cyclones lock onto another Nexus, and it dies. The Widow Mines are getting ready to betray the Cyclones. There's no way Ross loses this. Like, the Widow Mines kill all the Cyclones. And they don't, so I think Ross wins now. Looks like this game's about to be over. Ross is moving in with his Cyclones. The Widow Mines are here. His opponent has like 10 Stalkers and a few Zealots. Ross is kiting. Widow Mine shots. Kills some Zealots. Only one Cyclone dies in friendly fire. Not bad. These pylons start to go down. Ooh, this is a new pylon skin. Very exciting. Oh, is he going to lose to the two Disruptor shots? Is that how this game goes? That's what's going to happen, isn't it? Ross is about to win. These Disruptors are going to hit his army and they're going to die. I'm calling it right now. There goes 4 Cyclones. Disruptor pays for it with its life. Actually, the other one pays for it. Ross is still up by 80 supply, though. Cyclones are harassing. Oh, there's the new shield ability. Too bad I didn't use the battery on anything where Pylon died. At least he hit the button. These Widow Mines are zoning away the Stalkers. They're getting kited down with these Cyclones. Alright, Disruptor shot misses. Cyclones are back. More units die. This Nexus is gonna die. If he stays to kill it or pulls back to save his units. Looks like he doesn't do either. Remember that game with the carriers when the Disruptors whip all the Widow Mines and the match Widow Mines? That's what's happening right now. Raws is a viewer, he should know that. Sentry tried really hard to kill this, but Sentry's not doing any damage. So, this Nexus is somehow alive. It's about to die though. While Cucaracha is catching up, Ross's 12k bank should be used to transition, I feel. What if you just, like, behind this, make a bunch of starports, and when this dies, make 10 battle cruisers? Like, what's this guy gonna do? Oh, that's right, nothing. So far, while Cucaracha's still hanging in there, like the insect. Are cockroaches insects? I think they are. Dark Shrine still back here, not being used. The Fleet Beacon ready. The Fleet Beacon for his 1 starport. What research did you want so badly you needed a Fleet Beacon? In the meantime, the Cyclones engage here. It looks like a whole bunch of Stalkers just died to these Widow Mines. And now he knows where they are. This shot will take out 7 of them or so. Alright, the siege is ending. La Cucaracha still under 100 supply. Ross still 175. Alright, I'm not sure what to say about this, but this is stupid. You do not need 7 planetaries at this base. You know what 7 planetaries cost? It's 7 times 550 minerals and 550 or 150 gas, something like that. Now, if you think about it, that's a lot. It's like a lot. Alright, these are, or at least these are orbitals. Thank goodness. These are planetaries that'd be really bad. Now you can kill your workers off and drop mules, though. That's nice. So the siege continues over here. The Cyclone's still here, picking off stuff. Raws does not know about this base, but apparently neither does the Protoss because he's not mining from it. And up here we have another Nexus staying focused down. Cucaracha's down by double supply again. Just quit, dude. You're dead. Don't make us watch Widow Mines try and kill buildings. These 2 disruptors walk into the units. 2 Cyclones go down though, saving it. This battery gets repowered, and looks like Widow Mines are firing on more Stalkers. Alright, I'm not gonna say this very frequently, but yeah, I'm not gonna say Tempest would be helpful here because they're not. I'm just trying to think of what this Fleet Beacon's for. The only thing I could think of was maybe like a Tempest to shoot at the stuff that I locked onto, but that's not a good idea either. So I don't know what the point of this Fleet Beacon is. It's puzzling me. Chat, or not chat, whatever you are. Commenters, tell me why there's a Fleet Beacon. If you have a good reason, I don't know. You can request some type of game cast next. There goes a lot of Cyclones. And this Nexus is being rebuilt. Oh, he learned about this one. He used his base. Nice. This is like the most dead Cyclone you've ever seen. Zealots are just waiting. This thing is so dead. And these Cyclones are focusing down. More Widow Mines died. These are some pretty efficient trades from the Cyclones, or the Disruptors. But he's running out of bank, and he's running out of workers. I got 3 more Cyclones. So Raws is losing units very frequently here. But it doesn't really matter, is the question. Okay, there are 3 planetaries. 3 planetaries is a little excessive, Raws. You know your opponent's stuck. He's stuck. He's being a little bug and not giving up. You keep squashing him, but he keeps going away to hide somewhere else, just like the cockroach. What do you do? I tell you what you do. Make a siege tank. Break something that can kill his buildings from farther away. So you don't have to deal with disruptors hitting you. Okay, at least that one missed. The big Widow Mine here. You burrowing the Widow Mine in the photon cannon range. He's gonna need the disruptor or the Cyclones to show up and help out with that. And there goes another 5. Nope, 3. That one was saved by the stasis. So that's down to 79 supply now. Another disruptor falls. 104 army to 24. This game's clearly over. It's been over for a while now. But how will it end? Next he's getting shot down. The workers have died mostly. He's down to 50. Raws has how many structures here? Let's take a look. As this fight continues. Here's Raws has 7 orbitals, but he still needs 83 workers. That's his opinion. I'm not sure I agree with that. He pulled back to this base. The last bastion with the super battery. Nice, he used it right this time. And charge zealots coming in. Alright, La Cucaracha has a lot of minerals to make these discharge slots with. You just gotta be careful not to charge them all at the same time to the Widow Mines. Also, I'm not sure why his gateways aren't building anything. They're probably on cooldown. Raws retreats from his siege position to mass up his Cyclones again. What kind of upgrades does he have? He's got 3-2 for his Cyclones. Very nice. His Zealot's still no armor. That's not that big a deal, though, in this situation, facing the Cyclone Widow Mine. Appears there was an attempt. Alright, Raws. This base has missile turrets. Why don't the other ones? Oh, is he moving his army out? He scans. He looks for his opponent. Sees a Colossus and 2 Zealots and a Disruptor. 4 Zealots. He postures, taking out these rocks. With his 21 Cyclones, a Disruptor shot comes out. It misses. See, I think if there's a couple tanks back here, Disruptor would die of trying to get into range to fire. It'd be a much stronger push. This would have been over faster. More Zealots getting warped in. So friendly fire there. Not all the Widow Mines fired at once. The Cyclones go down, some of them. There's another group here firing. Cyclone takes out the Colossus. Disruptor fails in its duty. These are time warps, or stasis rather. Raws pushes in. This game's still over, but unless there's like the greatest Disruptor shots of all time, with the Disruptor that just died. I think this guy should know by now that Colossus aren't cutting it to make some Disruptors. Some more. Oh, Roth moves his Cyclones into that range though. Loses a couple. Kites back to his Widow Mines. Some very dead Zealots there. Raw's gas bank is pretty massive. Raw's mineral bank is also massive. He's building units. Or his opponent is not. And that seems to be the deciding factor here. The Colossus dies. An Oracle here probably to cast Revelation. Yeah. This Colossi is taking out the Widow Mines. But there appear to be too many Cyclones here. This strategy that Raws is using here looks really stupid because, well, it's not. It doesn't look really stupid. It looks like it needs a couple tanks to deal with the Disruptors. If there were more Disruptors in like a full army fight here, I think he would have lost. He's pushing it. If this Nexus dies, I think the game's over. I mean, the game's already over, but I think he'll quit finally if his Nexus dies. Thankfully. This Colossus takes out more Widow Mines. Another stasis goes off. The Colossus dies again. And the game's finally over.